Hi there, my name's Ted. What's yours? So, you work for FCON. Well, I guess we all do now. I'm curious, and do tell me if I'm being bothersome, but as I understand it, FCON deals mostly in information retrieval and storage. Why the interest in our humble company? Surely it's not because of our gaming department. Say, have you heard? Some of our top people are missing. Yep, Mr. Bradley just up and disappeared. Strange thing, his son is also missing. Even our chief of security, Mr. Thorne, has managed to vanish into thin air. Truthfully, I just want to know if I should be panicking or not. Well, it was nice talking to you.
I hope this works. What are you doing? That's not the exit.
Before we digitize any data wraiths, I want to make sure the correction algorithms fix the problem.
Will do.
Wow, thank you, Mr. Bradley. You just solved a small problem for us. If he survives, our data wraiths can hunt him down.
This will never work.
Mr. Baza, please lead our distinguished guest to the digitizing pad. You should be ecstatic, Mr. Bradley. You're about to taste the fruit of all your hard work. Savor it while you can.
There have been reports of an uncorrupted program still running in the internal partition. We gotta get that script out of there. We can't do that. Access to the internal partition is protected by the remaining controller tower. A few blasts near the base of the tower should bring it down. None of us have that kind of armament. And to make matters worse, the controller is heavily guarded by Rector scripts.
What is this place?
IO grid connection established.
There you are. I've been worried.
Son, I'm okay.
Where are you? What did they do to you?
I'm here. I'm actually in the computer. Jet, this place is infested with horribly disfigured programs. I'd better hide.
Node deactivated.
You have entered a new system with different memory requirements. Please reconfigure subroutines. And that is what we shall do. I'm gonna slot in my basically default weapons alongside the Drunken Dims. All the armor that I have. Y-amp and Profiler, of course. Is there anything else we need? I think we have the space for primitive charge. Still waiting on an upgrade for those. For that. Yeah, we are in Thorne's corrupted what's it called? Partition. Partition, not permission. And apparently he considers us not worthy as a threat. I'm assuming we're going to make him wish he had sent more enemies at us. So surely there won't be a lack of enemies. In any case, we can drop down here and get going.
Your courage is admirable script, but you shouldn't leave the corruption to the professionals.
I think I'm much more competent than the entire ICP force. Anything that we can get up here? Don't think so. Yeah, this entire area is not a place I would stay if I had a choice. That's it. We have a couple of things to recap on before we continue with the story. I had missed a couple of thoughts and forgotten them or got interrupted and a whole lot of stuff happened. So I think it's time to get those out of the way first. Now, let's just get started with the most recent events. Apparently FCON has taken absolutely no time to convert the entire NCOM facility into an FCON facility. They put up logos, they put their employees there, they, presumably the former research lab for digitization, they repurposed it into some kind of digitizing platform where they are most likely going to, well, digitize all the data raves now that they know the process is working. Alan being digitized correctly kinda proved that. And yeah, they are going to be starting their data rave project, and they're going to start it as soon as possible. They made it very clear that they will not be tolerating any kind of delay. That said, there are a couple other things. Now, first of all, I got interrupted by viruses when I was trying to talk a bit more about Jet's mother and her unfortunate device. Oh, what do you know? You can get up here. Yeah, Laura Bradley. We don't exactly know how she died. It's, from everything else we are hearing, it is pretty clear that she's no longer among the living, though. And yeah, we don't know how, but apparently we know it was an accident with digitization. And then the one email suggested that she got digitized halfway or partially, which is very fortunate that this doesn't happen to us or Alan, because we would, well, if one part of you stays in this, goes to this world, and the other part of you stays, neither part can survive. At least I'm assuming that's what it would end up like. The part in reality certainly would not survive if half of your body got digitized. So then there are rumors that Alan somehow, well, merged or integrated parts of his former wife that he found in the digital world into Mithria, or at the point in time, Matua. We don't have any evidence to support that, but boy, the mere thought is creepy. Extremely creepy. Then we have another thing, and let me just look up what it was. I have it here somewhere. Oh yes, we also have the entire subject of Thorne. We now know that he was the chief of security for NCOM, and that he was, for all intents and purposes, probably the first person that got digitized by FCON. FCON most certainly found out that the digitization didn't go as planned, because Thorne came out probably corrupted like everything he seems to touch and everything he seems to do. At this point, they must have set out on the quest to completely acquire NCOM, rather than just, you know, industrial sabotage, get all the technology. NCOM most certainly would not have sold it unless we find some emails where Gibbs Jr. did just that, and behind Alan's back, and probably everyone else, sold the technology for digitization. But most likely, FCON, they are specialists in data in information storage and retrieval, as we just heard. In all likelihood, I would say that they simply try to, well, steal the technology and not bother with NCOM at all, other than probably at some point down the line taking them out, because they would have the technology to, in theory, send people into the net to combat them. But that would have been down the line. That said, they found out that Thorne didn't arrive unharmed and set out on the quest to find Mithria. They apparently knew about the correction algorithms. They have set out... Okay, I'm gonna load that. That is not worth it. Oh, you know, actually, I'm just stupid. I'm gonna continue this way and heal up. Anyway, they have set out on the quest to acquire the correction algorithms, which is why they were sending the Seeker engines after Mithria. That said, Thorne and FCON don't work together. I think this is pretty clear right now. They don't seem to have any control over Thorne, otherwise they would have gladly joined up with him. But Thorne seems to be after Mithria, and so is FCON. FCON has sent the Seeker engine, and Thorne is trying to go after Mithria himself, but he failed, and FCON has taken possession of Mithria as well as all of her code, as well as the Tron legacy code, although it doesn't look like they are aware of what they found. They are just wondering what that garbled mess of code actually is trying to be. So this is probably good, because if they now power up their database with some kind of Tron upgrade, I think that would be even more destructive. Although given that the Tron code is defective, the database might just literally annihilate each other, and that could solve the problem as well. Now there is one more thing, and that was... yes, about the CEO of FCON. I don't think we have any intel on that person other than him being existent. The last time we saw him, he was basically speaking and listening through a camera on the ceiling. We don't have a face to them, we don't have a name to them. We don't know much other than that he exists. Oops. And there I have to reload, of course. Well, now that solves the problem as well. No, that was a save with reduced health, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. When I'm talking, I kind of need to move. I'm weird this way. Yeah, we don't know who that CEO is. We don't know about their intentions. We don't know why they are doing anything. I mean, there's a million reasons why bad people would do that, but we don't know anything on him in particular. And we're kind of wondering why. What is his plan? When does he actually come into play? All we've heard from him is his voice, so he must exist, presumably, but for all intents and purposes, it could be an AI or something. And I'm not telling any spoilers that I know in secret or anything. I legitimately don't know anything about the CEO of FCON. I've maybe never seen them, or if I did in the Let's Play years back, then I completely and utterly forgot. And is there one more thing? Not really, no. Let's continue.
Share this message with the Colonel.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Colonel, we are currently holding position near the perimeter of the server's internal partition. Reactor scripts heavily populated the approach, and we lost numerous command posts. Next line. The server appears to have a set of controller programs that prevent the virus from completely destroying all operating systems. Quite ingenious, actually. Next line. The controller programs protect the system memory, making it impenetrable. Next line. Awaiting your instructions. End of line.
I'll make sure the Colonel receives this right away, sir.
Hello there, Colonel Support. And SBC host. Yeah, if I recall correctly, you were among the guys that attacked us when we were basically joining the game and about to be, well, trying to exit the first level, and got kinda scooped up and sent into a jail. So this is from December of 2002, from the CEO of FCON to JD Thorne. Again, the CEO, as you can see down there, even in the mails that they write, they do not have a name. Or at least they are not telling it. Subject, proposition. Future Control Industries is very interested in contracting your services. I would like to set up a meeting to discuss a partnership in more detail. Please contact my secretary. Looking forward to meeting you, Mr. Thorne, CEO of Future Control Industries. And permission 6 on top of it.